for the black community, and I respect a lot that things. So not just racist. You know, I listened a few comments from him when he was my boss, but I don't want to talk about it because it's something too much rude for the black community, and I respect a lot that things. So not just against Latinos, you're saying blacks, African Americans as well? Yes. He don't like that people either. So not just against Latinos, you're saying blacks, African Americans as well? Yes. He don't like that people either. He's trying to make distractions, and now he's in the churches. He's ridiculous. And now he's in the churches. He's ridiculous.
Here he is speaking yesterday with MSNBC's Kate Snow.
Well, I'm suggesting we think about it, because here's the interesting constellation. So he sniffs during the presentation, which is something that users do. He also has grandiosity, which is something that accompanies that problem. He has delusions. I'm not talking about being crazy, but for example, when he told everybody it was very smart not to pay taxes and then denied he said it after he said it in front of 100 million people, it's not that he's delusionary about it, it's that he thinks somehow he's not going to get caught. That is delusional. He has trouble with pressured speech. He interrupted, as you pointed out, Hillary Clinton 29 times. He couldn't keep himself together. So look, do I think at 70 years old he has a cocaine habit? Probably not. But you know, it's something that I think it'd be interesting to ask him and see if he ever had a problem with that.
When they go low. Those questions with the progress we've achieved together, progress like health reform, passing health care, creating millions of jobs, slashing the unemployment rate, lifting millions of people out of poverty, creating millions of jobs, slashing the unemployment rate, lifting millions of people out of poverty. Expanding LGBT rights so marriage equality is now the law of the land. Expanding LGBT rights so marriage equality is now the law of the land. Expanding LGBT rights so marriage equality is now the law of the land. Expanding LGBT rights so marriage equality is now the law of the land.
I come here today to talk about how I feel, and I feel like that we are treated differently than other people, and I don't like how we're treated, and just because of our color doesn't mean anything to me. I believe that
You're doing great. You're doing a great job.
Off the clock. And don't stop. The clock. Do not stop.
we are black people and we shouldn't have to feel like this. We shouldn't have to protest because y'all are treating us wrong. We do this because we need to have rights.
talk. Go ahead.
I've been born and raised in Charlotte, and I never felt this way till now. And I can't stand how we're treated. And it's a shame that our fathers and mothers are killed, and we can't even see them anymore.
That's right.
It's a shame that we have to go to that graveyard and bury them. And we have tears, and we shouldn't have tears. We need our fathers and mothers to be by our side.
Quotes from a couple of equally lovable women.
All right, and now, since everyone has been so good, it's time for a special treat.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the one, the only, Mr. Ken Bone.
You all ready for this?
Ken, you're not going to turn out to be a weird little creep or anything, are you?
Maybe.
God, we can't have anything nice.
Oh, well.
Women can't be charged more than men for health insurance, okay? And number 4.
Let's take another question. This one comes from James Carter.
Good evening, Mr. Trump. Oh, no. My question is, do you believe you can be a devoted president to all the people?
That is a great question, Denzel. Thank you for this question. About the inner cities.
My name is James, and I didn't ask anything about no inner cities.
The inner cities are a mess. Okay, just last month I was in Detroit, and everywhere I looked, there were violent, crazy people, and a lot of them had guns, and they were screaming horrible things like Trump for president.
I think you have one of your own rallies.
Martha, this black man is attacking me. Also, speaking of black men, you know who else should be in jail? Hillary Clinton. She's committed so many crimes. She's basically a black.
Secretary Clinton, do you wish to respond to that?
Now go.
Good morning. Fight night in Vegas. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton set to duke it out one last time in a debate. Their planes crossing paths at the airport. Polls showing Hillary Clinton with a comfortable lead. And less than 3 weeks to go. Will Trump up the ante tonight? Breaking overnight, chaos outside the U.S. Embassy in the Philippines. A police van repeatedly rams a group of demonstrators protesting the U.S. military's presence there. One person pinned beneath the tire before getting up. This morning, while the police are saying the driver did nothing wrong. Chilling execution. Disturbing video of a judge in Mexico being gunned down outside his own home. Was it a hit ordered by the infamous drug lord El Chapo? And ciao, the Obamas host their final state dinner at the White House with Italian flair. Guest list star-studded. We'll take you inside today, Wednesday, October 19th, 2016. Let us begin on a Wednesday morning, though, with the battle to replace the president. Here's the state of the race, just 20 days to go. All eyes will be on UNLV's Thomas and Mack Center tonight for the final debate between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Now, heading into that showdown, a new Bloomberg Politics poll shows Clinton with a 9-point lead nationally. That's 47% to 38%. And President Obama is hammering Trump over his claims of a rigged election, saying the Republican nominee is whining before the game is even over.
We will begin our Decision 2016 coverage this morning with NBC's Hallie Jackson. She's already in place outside the debate hall in Las Vegas. Hallie, good morning to you. Hey there. Good morning, Savannah. Both candidates have been getting in some last-minute prep for tonight, but for Donald Trump, perhaps more on the line as he trails Hillary Clinton in almost every recent poll. Tonight, as his campaign reveals an eyebrow-raising guest list, it'll be Trump's last real chance to prove he has what it takes to try and turn it around. Past the glitz of the Vegas Strip, a stripped-down stage for the final fight night of 2016. The candidates already in position, their dueling planes seen squaring off on the tarmac. Donald Trump prepping on his plane Tuesday, focusing on foreign policy and his rival's record on Iraq, Syria, and Libya. In particular, the Benghazi attack in 2012, trying to rattle Hillary Clinton by inviting the mother of one of the Americans killed in that attack, who has blamed Clinton for her son's death.
How could she do this to me?
Also in the audience, President Obama's half-brother, who's reportedly backing the GOP nominee. Trump's team telling NBC News of the invite just hours after the president blasted Trump, recommending he cut the complaining.
I'd invite Mr. Trump to stop whining and go try to make his case to get votes.
Trump, on the trail, insists the system's rigged, even without evidence of widespread voter fraud.
They even want to try and rig the election at the polling booths where so many cities are corrupt. And you see that.
There is no serious person out there who would suggest somehow that you could even rig America's elections.
Trump's making it clear he's running not just against Clinton, but the media.
Forget the press. Read the internet.
The polls.
I don't believe the polls anymore.
And the entire establishment. Trump out now with a new plan to put term limits on members of Congress. 6 years for the House, 12 years for the Senate.
We're going to drain the swamp in Washington, D.C.
In Vegas tonight, Clinton has her own debate strategy and her own challenges. Stick to the issues and avoid getting testy with Trump. Her guests, Republican businesswoman Meg Whitman and outspoken Trump critic Mark Cuban. Clinton's been off the trail, getting set for the showdown, letting her surrogates do the talking for her.
Electing Donald Trump as president would be a disaster for this country and something we must not allow.
Yes, that's Bernie Sanders, Clinton's former rival, the subject of new emails released by WikiLeaks. Stolen, apparently, from a top Clinton aide's account, though the campaign and NBC News have not authenticated the messages. In one, campaign chair John Podesta calls Sanders a doofus for criticizing an international climate change deal. Another puts Sanders on a list of potential running mates, along with notably non-political names like the heads of Apple, Starbucks, and GM. Not everybody wants to be talking about those hacked emails. New this morning, Senator Marco Rubio, in a statement to NBC News, is warning his fellow Republicans not to try to capitalize on the WikiLeaks release politically, saying essentially today it's the Democrats, but tomorrow it could be the GOP. All of it, by the way, as here on stage we're learning today of a possible break in a long-time tradition with a report that there will be no handshake between the spouses, former